news. All right, so Robin asked me to take a look at this. There's a Facebook post, chicks on the right, and talking about McCain and Wikileaks and stuff like that. And so some of the contents on or the comments on the post are questioning the authenticity of the post and the links and the website and all that good stuff. So we're going to take a look at that real quick. Um, WikiLeaks. Okay, so a couple of things we can do. First, I want to open up WikiLeaks. Wikileaks.org. Don't go there a whole lot myself, but nobody has ever disputed anything that they have put on their site as being false and have proved it. So let's see. So here's WikiLeaks. All right, I'm going to turn on my little IP address. Now, sometimes what this is this is an add-on to a browser, and your browser may have a different add-on that you can put on there. But basically what it does is it goes to a website and it tries to determine the IP address of the website. So for this one it says the IP address of this page is, I ran over it. Here, let me push it back over there. It's 195.35.109.44. Now that is the DNS address of this site. And so if you type in wikileaks.org, it takes you to this address. Now, WikiLeaks is a huge site, okay, and so they're spread all over the world. So their website really doesn't live on only one server. They have a distributed network of servers from which they send the information to you. So if you're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, you might get a server IP address that is a lot closer to you than this particular one. So not always, especially on a big popular site like this, does the IP address always prove that something came from someplace. But I'm just going to pull this down here. We know what the address is now, 195.35.109.44. WikiLeaks does actually have lots of IP addresses, but I just want to see if anything else might pop up on that IP. Let me just minimize that. So we're on Facebook right now, and of course, let me see if I can click some here on the page where it will not. I was trying to show you the IP of this, but apparently they have so many darn ads. Anyway, let me just click on the article. So this is Faith Family America, and I have no idea whether these guys are legit or not. Quite frankly, I don't care. But let's let this load for a second. Let me scroll down to find the link that they're talking about for WikiLeaks. Okay, so here's the link, full letter here. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to take me to what I say and what they say is a secure site called wikileaks.org. And here's the title of the thing here. Now, this site says 195.30. Oops, I moved it again. 195.35.109.44. So let me pull up the other one. So this was the original site, 195.35.109.44. Okay, so as far as I know right now, this page that I typed in prior to clicking on the articles link, the web address is coming from 195.35.109.44, which is the same as the one that's served up here. So the only thing that can tell me, and you might get different results, but the only thing that tell me is that this information here on wikileaks.org and this article is served up from the same server that I typed on to get to their home page. So this page that I'm looking at right now is not a spoofed page. This is the actual real DNS of wikileaks.org. And again, once you add something like this on your browser, depending on where you are, you might get a different IP address. And again, WikiLeaks is huge, nationwide distributed, so they have several IP addresses for some of the information. And maybe we'll take a look at that here in a second. So here's the file. And this file, of course, is linked. And you can look in the bottom left-hand corner. It says file.wikileaks.org/file/Russia mission on McCain funding -request apparently .doc. So if I click on that, that's going to open up that file that they're talking about. And I may need that in another tab, so let me do that. And basically what it should do is just download the file, which it just did. So it downloaded that document. All right. So once it did that, it closed the tab, and that's okay. All right. So I think Patrick had mentioned he couldn't find it on the search for the site. So I'm just going to try it. I'm going to copy this title here. I'm going to do a Control-C to copy it. And then let me open up the other WikiLeaks page. There we go. This is the original one we opened to get the IP address. And I moved it over there again. So there's the IP address. And I'm just going to type in, or actually paste, that whole title and see if it tells me anything. Okay, so this was an advanced search. These are all the words that I used. You scroll down. Okay, so in searching for that, WikiLeaks search is telling me, based on relevance, that this document is talking about it. And again, this is from wikileaks.org. I think this is just the exact same link we just came from. And then talk. Let's see, this is wiki/talk. This is another one. So in typing the name of the title that was in that Facebook post from Faith Family America, I am finding, if you scroll down here, and maybe that's what you're not doing, Patrick, is scrolling down far enough, I don't know. I'm finding these links here to that very article. I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. And I think you'll find that it's the exact same, yeah, Russian mission. So that's the exact same article. So I don't know why you can't find it, but here's another way to do it too. You can go to Google, and if you type in the search bar, this is a Google advanced search. So I'm going to type in site : wikileaks.org. And now anything I type past this is going to be a search term that searches the web on this website only for that search term. Okay, so that's another way that you can determine independently from the website itself. Google is telling you this. It's not WikiLeaks, or it's not Chicks on the Right, and it's not Faith Family America. This is Google saying, if I type in, and I just paste that title again. So I'm looking for, on this site, wikileaks.org. So I can highlight that. I'm looking on this site for this search term, which is basically just the title of the letter that that article indicated. So I'm going to click search. Okay, so it's showing me, since this is purple, that I've already visited this site. So this is probably a link to the original article that we just looked at, which is the one that's in dispute. And then there's other articles here. This is another directory, talk, : so apparently they have things where you can chat about the articles or whatever. This is another one semi-related, another one semi-related, it looks like. This is a search for, I'm not sure what it says there. This is search for documents, so that's their search page. So all of these say wikileaks.org as it should, because I specified I only want results from that website. But you can see that even here is the link to that one. I'll just go ahead and click on it. It's the link to that original letter that we popped up, which was from that other website, Faith Family America. So hopefully seeing that kind of clears up the legitimacy question of the WikiLeaks site. So we looked at the IP addresses. They matched. So there would be no reason to believe that this was fake based on the website itself, because we've independently searched both from the website's homepage using the term that we should be searching for, and we've also searched on Google, an independent search engine, for the term which we should be searching for, this entire title, to determine that yes, this is the same page that's showing up in all of those places, and based on the IP address, it's certainly coming from the same spot. So it's not spoofed, it's not faked, it's not anything else other than what it is, which is a document from that website. So hopefully that helps you, and that hopefully, following along how I did this helps you determine whether or not something is fake or not.